Motivation is stupid. You're forcing yourself to do something that you probably don't want to do for results that you probably don't even care about. And honestly, at the end of it all, you're just going to lose motivation. Then you're back to the same mindless that you were doing before. Sound familiar? And like most people, probably have the same routine. Set your alarm early, but never get out of bed. Write a to-do list. Start getting overwhelmed. And the most frustrating one is you start writing goals, getting excited about these goals. Then start to feel bored, lose motivation, and just give up or stop doing them altogether within a few weeks. Just like Mark Twain once said, the secret to getting ahead is just getting started. And this is definitely a big part of what keeps me going. Getting started with purpose. And that brings us to today's video. How I break down everything I do, which gives me the ability to travel around all of Asia, but still get things done like I'm working at a 9-to-5 job with some kind of a deadline behind me. And for those that truly believe motivation is a powerful thing, I'll entertain that idea and I'll give you some steps to keep motivation going so you can get done what you're trying to do. Before we get started, we need to ask ourselves this: what does motivation even mean? According to our friends over at the AI world, motivation can be defined as an internal or external factor that stimulates and directs our behaviors towards achieving a particular goal or fulfilling a desired need. In short, it's the idea of getting something mentally or physically for completing some type of task or goal. And honestly, this is really just used for short-term gratification. Motivation typically runs on this idea is if you get something done, you get some type of reward for doing that thing. And this very idea is why I had so many troubles when I first started traveling. And this led me to becoming the master at starting any and everything, yet finishing nothing. Most of my time traveling, my main goals were typically pretty huge. 5+ years of goal setting of what I want to get done. And this includes the schools that I opened, business ideas that I ventured off to. Everything I ever did was always some type of like 5 or 10 year goal I had set. In the last few years, I've started to realize going through these businesses and recalling how things went that I needed to start cutting things down like a whole lot more because I wasn't getting a lot of things done that I intended to get done. And this is a big reason why you hear these people like Tony Robbins or DeGraziotti talk about breaking your goals into baby steps. This is very important. And the end result to all this is you get things finished. You no longer are the master at starting 100 different projects and then just having 100 different projects never being completed. And I know we all know somebody like that. They always come into the office or whatever like, oh, I got this idea, blah, blah, blah. But you never hear about the end result because they typically give up on it. And they're coming in there 2 months later with a whole new idea, right? Or maybe this is you because this was me 6 years ago. Imagine waking up every day generally feeling excited about being awake, about getting something done, about doing something, and knowing exactly what you need to do. It is wild to me because so many people that are in such great positions in life don't truly understand how blessed they are for what they have. I hear people always stress about, I have to go to work, I have this job, and they don't realize there's so many people in Asia, America, the West, anywhere that can't even get a job. But here you are bitching about something that you have that nobody else can get right now. It's time to change that mindset and get out of this I have to go to work and start changing it to I get to go to work. I'm getting older and I sit down sometimes and I think about I travel the world. I'm on my 6th or 7th passport. I don't worry about finances and I enjoy life. And I think of all the people that wish they could do what I could do. I have no reason to be ungrateful. Even if it's teaching English, I enjoy it because I know I'm doing something that millions of people would die for. So this is that mindset that we need to create. I get to do something, not I have to do something. Because in the end, you are where you deserve to be. Generally, there's 2 ways you can do well. 1, you do what you love and you find a way to monetize it. And number 2, you just get in the middle of where the money's at. You have a buyer, you have a seller. Every business model that you'll probably ever see in your life and companies out there that you see typically run off 1 or 2. So about 22 years ago, I went to this seminar with DeGraziotti out in Arizona. And he laid out this plan. It was called the 7-step why method. And this is a really cool thing. So I want you to write this down. You write 1 to 7. Simple as that. At number 7, I want you to write down what you want. Like truly, what do you want? Do you want to have a Lamborghini? Do you want to start your own company? Do you want to vote better? Then we get down to number 6. I want you to ask yourself, why do you want number 7? I want you to carry this process all the way down to number 1. So once you answer why you want number 7 to the number 6 slot, answer number 5, why you want number 6. This sounds simple. I get that. And I thought it was too. This is not as easy as it sounds. Once you get down to number 3, you start really digging. So sit down for like an hour, hour and a half, however long it takes you. Once you get down to number 1, you should have a strong, solid idea and understanding why you want what you want in life. And this is the motivation, is getting through 1 through 7. And trust me, This is a powerful exercise. You got this. Instant gratification is an aggressive drug. The original statement at the start of this video is motivation is stupid. Why do I feel that motivation is stupid? Simply because the definition of motivation is you do something to get something. You're going after instant gratification. And this is why I feel like once you hit that goal, the motivation's gone. You have to find a way to tether that motivation to a habit, right? Like make it normal. And there's a lot of things that can trigger this motivation and instant gratification. It can be a quick mental buzz, flipping through TikTok or Instagram, turning on a video game or watching a TV show, or that mental boost from eating a sugar donut or 2 large pizzas that I'm sometimes even guilty of. But was it worth it? Did it take you closer to that number 7 goal that you're actually going for? Because anything that's easy to get, anybody can obtain it with no effort. Is it really that good? Think about a 6-pack. Why are they so demanded by men, and why do women want their men to have them? Because it's a rarity, and it really does take a lot of work to get a 6-pack, and it takes a whole lot more effort and discipline. Why should it be easy? Why can't you suffer for something that you truly want that's amazing? Why should it be given to you? Why can't you work hard for it? Because when you get it, you really appreciate. You don't look at it like, oh yeah, I got that in 5 seconds, who cares? And this is why anything of value truly does take effort, work, and dedication, and you will suffer. And anything that doesn't require those 3 things is most likely low value. A morning routine is a must. This is one of the simplest ideas, but one of the hardest things for most people. And it doesn't have to be. So as soon as you wake up every morning, don't grab your phone, don't turn on YouTube, and do something that gives you value, that's reaching your goal or has meaning to you. Getting up and eating a donut watching YouTube isn't going to give you any value the rest of the day. The first hour of your day will dictate your entire day. Don't waste it. So when you wake up, your first hour has to be something of value. What you need to do is you need to go back to that list of 7 things. Find out what you truly want. What was your number 7 and what was your number 1? And do something every morning that focuses on just that. 10 minutes a day. Like, you don't even have to do the full hour. This 10 minutes every morning focusing is going to create such discipline. It's going to be insane. And honestly, after a few weeks of waking up every day for 10, 15 minutes, doing whatever it is, it's going to turn into an hour without even thinking about it. That's the point. You're doing what you love. And like I said before, whatever you do in the first hour of your day sets the tone of your day. I am setting the tone of my day of motivation and discipline. That's awesome, bro. And that's how I get a lot of stuff done. Like, I still work at a normal 9-to-5 job because I've created that discipline. And all it took was 100 push-ups a day. If part of your 7 goals that you talked about, or your 7 reasons, if it was about writing, you want to be an author, that's fine. Wake up every morning, sit down at your desk, and start writing for 10 minutes a day. Who knows, in 4 months, you might actually write a book. And it's really that easy. Just get up and do it. When I stay at hostels, I typically wake up 30 minutes before I usually wake up, just so I can get all my push-ups done before everyone else wakes up. And speaking of hostels, when you do go to bed, accountability is huge. When you lay down, take a moment, turn off everything that you got going on, and just sit there for 5 or 10 minutes and think about what you did and hold yourself accountable. If your answer to yourself is like, well, I'm the same, nothing changed, hold yourself accountable and set better ideas. Start doing more in the morning. Do something. 1% a day will lead to self-improvement beyond measurement if you stick to it for 3 months. And speaking of all these push-ups and fitness, let's get on to the very last one, fitness and health. I cannot express how important fitness is to motivation and just discipline in general. Motivation gets things started, but discipline keeps things going. And being strong physically and mentally is a big part of this. And when I speak about health and fitness, I'm not talking about going to the gym for 3 hours a day, going ham and just bulking up like Arnold Schwarzenegger, nothing like that. So for me, doing a few hundred or a few thousand reps of a basic lightweight workout gives me more benefit than going to a gym doing a bunch of heavy stuff. And it builds so much discipline. And are you really that busy that you can't do the same? If you see my older videos, you notice something about what I do a lot in these vlogs. I walk a lot. Like a whole lot of walking. And a big reason why I do that is it's fresh air. I get outside. Plus, it allows me to mentally think of different ideas and process thoughts and whatnot. This is kind of like my meditation on foot. And a really cool byproduct of all of this is you start exploring your surrounding areas, wherever you're staying. You start seeing stores and shops, and you start meeting other people and start seeing things that other tourists would never see. And one of my personal favorite parts of this is I get to start using the language. Like, I've started to learn Thai, and I've been able to talk to other Thai people walking around the neighborhood. So try to get outside and walk around a little. And plus, a little extra sun's not going to kill nobody. Here's some basic exercises that I do that I can do at a hotel, hostel. I can do them anywhere, and I don't really need any gym equipment. All I need is a chair at most. Now, you will see that there's push-ups on there. These extra push-ups on here, usually I'm doing like diamond push-ups. I'm doing one-handed push-ups. They're usually special types of push-ups. That's why the reps are only 6 to 8. I still do my daily 100 minimum every day regardless. This whole process takes me no more than 45 minutes a day. You could wake up every morning, do this full workout before the hour is over, and go about your day and know mentally that you have taken care of all your health obligations before most people even wake up. And overall, just remember, little changes in your habits, what you do, has a big impact on your health. So if you just wake up every day and do 100 push-ups, it's small, it's minute, it takes 5 minutes at most, but it has a huge impact on your mental and your health overall. If you do need any advice on health and diet, I strongly suggest looking at Dr. Berg on YouTube. He goes over like keto, vegan stuff, meat only diets, juicing. He goes over all this stuff, and he's a great guy to watch if you want to know more about health and diets. And finally, final hacks to get you started. When you're planning your goals, break your goals down to small portions with milestones. And most of all, hold yourself accountable and keep a balance from chaos and order on what you're doing. And if you are in a position where you don't really know what to do, you just feel lost, you're just doing a bunch of mindless shit and nothing's going, put yourself into chaos. Start doing 5, 6, 7, 10 different things that you like. Do a bunch of stuff and find out what actually sticks, what you have interest in, what you're good at, what you want to really focus in. Once you get that focus, switch it back to order. Narrow it down to a couple things. That is your focus. Move forward. It's that easy. You can either experience the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. The choice truly is yours. Fake it till you make it. And this doesn't mean lie to other people until you can finally fit in. This means start doing stuff. Even though you feel you can't do it, start doing them until it becomes second nature. This is such a simple question. I ask myself this sometimes. Like, if I was to be who I want to be, what would I be doing right now? And that answer is what I do. And the harsh truth of everything is it's easier to be useless and poor than it is to be a person of value and success. Most people just accept that they're broke and they can't do anything. That's such an easy way out. That's a cop-out. And this is because nothing good comes easy. Nothing good comes from a handout or a freebie. It takes focus. It takes work. If it's easy, it's probably something you don't want. So now you know the basis of my motivation and how I keep going. This is my system on how I travel the world, but still work like I worked a 9-to-5 job and have some boss over my shoulder with the deadline. And I will tell you, if all else fails, find mentors, find groups. Find people that are where you want to be. Because if you think about it, if all your friends are a bunch of crazy drunks, alcoholics, and check-to-check type of people, what do you think you're going to become? The apple doesn't fall far from the tree in this situation. So find a better tree or trees. And for me personally, traveling is hard to find these type of people. And I've created a Telegram group where I have other motivated people that are helping each other, where we help each other, we talk about stuff, but we're motivating and we want to go somewhere. If this is something you think you need, comment below. The first 3 people I see that comment and mention about this group, I'll invite you in. There's no cost, there's no fees, there's no scams, there's no commitments, there's nothing. It's literally a chat room where I only allow motivated, like-minded people into. And like I said, there is literally no catch to this. I just do it because I'm not in America and I can't be around other investors and like-minded people. And a final tip for you, before you go to bed, lay down in bed just for 10 minutes and think about what you did that day. How far have you come from the moment you woke up today to the moment you go to sleep tonight? Was there any change? Did you do anything that improved you? Did you just do stuff that put you back in time, that made you worse than you are when you woke up? Or are you the same person? We all want to change a little. You always want to be like 1% better than you were when you woke up. And if you're not, think about why. Hold yourself accountable. Did you not get done what you promised yourself? Did you not get those push-ups done? If you didn't, get out of bed. Do your 100 push-ups. Because remember, you go to sleep because you earned it, not because you have to. If I was to talk to David 20 years ago, working as an engineer, and then talk to who I am today, I wouldn't believe it. I wouldn't believe I'd be traveling the world, not as an engineer, but as a free guy that doesn't financially worry about anything, that's happier than ever. You'll never guess where you're going to be in the future. So make the efforts every day to improve yourself so when that future comes, you're at least equipped for it. And if you do still feel confused, this doesn't make sense, go back to your 7-step why program we talked about at the beginning, because I truly believe that this is beneficial to you. It was for me and it changed my life. It allowed me to quit my job and travel the world and do whatever I want. I don't worry about anything that the average person does. It is because every day I did something to make my now better than it was yesterday. Till then, guys, I will see you again.